But then I start getting these notifications and this girl is like, oh my gosh, like you're so ghetto, stop acting like that. And I was like, bro, what? Hey guys, today I'm gonna be talking about like serious type topic because apparently y'all like the last video I did about black women and everything. So this is going to be an issue about like hair texture in the black community, like hair issues and everything. Basically a little bit of my past. I did grow up in like a white area. I was like always insecure about my hair. I even used to wish I was like white just so I could have their hair and then like it would be straight and I wouldn't have to like wake up and do it because my hair is like 4C texture and I always have to like brush it out, and like I didn't know what to do with my hair back then. I was like super insecure with it and everything, and obviously like now I know how to do it, and like now I can do like wigs and I can do braids and everything. But I feel like, why is there such a big issue with like black people and like other people's hair? You know, like why are they so concerned with what people have on their heads? You know, like I feel like when I did cut my hair off, I did like the big chop because my hair was damaged. If you don't know what that is, that's what it is. So then I had like a whole bunch of people, they were like calling me bald-headed and stuff. Like that would be the first insult they would go to or whatever. Like if we're like arguing, they would go to my page and be like, oh my gosh, like you're bald-headed, like you're probably jealous of me, that's why you're so mad. And I'm like, bro, how is being bald-headed an insult? Like I've always wondered that, because what is wrong with not having hair? Like y'all are basically making fun of like cancer patients at this point because they don't be having hair. But like my hair would be maybe like this long or whatever, and for some reason the black community still calls that bald-headed. Like, do y'all not know what the definition of bald is? And then like at the same time, what is the issue with having short hair as a black woman? You know, because obviously like hair makes you more feminine, like the longer it is and whatever, like that's just how it's been from the beginning of time. But when you look at like the other races, like I don't think I've ever seen like an Asian man call an Asian woman with short hair. I've never seen them call her bald-headed. I've never seen like a white man do it to a white woman, you know. But like for some reason that's like a big issue we have in the black community. Like that's just the first insult we go to, is like, oh my gosh, like your hair is so short, like you look like a man, like you're built like why are we like just insulting each other like this? Like why is hair such a big issue, you know? And I feel like it probably does have something to do with like self-hate, depending on how people were raised, as well as like where they grew up and everything. And then like just texturism, colorism, like all these things tie into each other, which is a sad thing. I used to wish my hair was straight just so it was easier to manage, but like I'm not over here like calling like other people bald-headed and stuff. Like I've never seen that as an insult, so me personally, I would never use that as an insult, you know. But then like the minute I have like hair or braids in, they wouldn't insult me on that. They would like insult like my face, or they would be like, oh my gosh, like you're just mad that you're not like light skinned. And I'm like, bro, what? So it's like we be throwing all these insults at each other, and for some reason I don't know why. I'm just tell y'all a story real quick. So pretty much there was this girl on TikTok, and she found like my comment section, because I be commenting on there, like I'm like opinionated, but at the same time like it's just TikTok, it's just an app, like I can leave my opinion or whatever. So I commented on this one video and I was like, oh yeah, like this is crazy, whatever. I said my opinion, and then she comes and comments under my comment and she's like, oh my gosh, you're insane. Because I guess she didn't agree with my opinion or whatever, but at the same time she could have just scrolled past, right? So this is what the girl looks like for picture reference. She looks like the same complexion as me maybe, but I basically like looked up her profile, and you know, she has straight hair, and I guess she like straightens it or whatever. She's from Louisiana, which is obviously like some areas of that are like predominantly white, and then she does go to like a white college. Like whatever picture I have up here, you can see like there's a whole bunch of like white people in the background of her college. Like all those guys in the picture, they look like they be saying the N-word. They look like their parents voted for Trump. They look like they're at college on like daddy's money, like, you know, that type of vibe. So I looked at her profile, I'm like, that's pretty interesting. But at the end of the day, she looks like she's mixed, you know? She's like, or maybe she's full black but just like light skin or whatever. So basically in the comment section, she didn't agree with me, so she called me. She was like, oh, you're literally insane. And I was like, bro, what? Like, just ignore it, you know? And then she was like, oh my gosh, you're probably like so ghetto, like that's why you have that opinion, whatever. And she started calling me like all these names, and I'm like, bro, ghetto, that's just like a harsh word in general, but some people like reclaim it, whatever. But in general, me, I don't consider myself a ghetto person. Like, if anyone has met me in real life, I'm like the least ghetto person. Like, people have called me like the whitest black girl they've ever met just because I do speak proper English. So it was interesting. I was like, that's an interesting choice of words, you know? And then I was basically like telling her, I'm like, girl, just like shut up. Like, you could have just scrolled past my comment if you didn't like it. Like, that's it. Like, that's pretty much it. And then she went on to say like, oh, she's like, oh, what do you want to do? You want to fight me? Like that, like, you know, black on black crime? And I'm like, bro, I don't fight. Like, if anything, like, I'm not a fighter, bro. Like, I'm the type to call the police.
Watch where you walking, bitch.
What did you... Wait a minute. I'm white.
Got time to be fighting nobody. I don't be shooting nobody, whatever. So she was like saying all these things, which are basically like stereotypes in the black community. And like I said, I checked her profile and she's literally black. So I'm like, why is she insulting me, another black woman? She's like saying all these stereotypes to me when technically they could apply to her as well. And then like clearly she grew up with white friends in a white area, and like I'm thinking like, dang, like that's kind of like my background. But at the same time, like I would never insult another black woman, even like back then when I was like uneducated about my culture and all of that stuff. So like the fact that she's doing this in like 2023, like you would think like someone her age has grown up with like all these role models now, because now there's like a whole bunch of like hair tutorials, there's a whole bunch of like black women in social media, on TV now. But like I didn't have that growing up, you know? So now you would think like people wouldn't be as ignorant or whatever, or use certain words. But like the way that she was insulting me was as if she thought she was white. I'm like, you know, there are people like that out there, like they're black, but they've been like with white people so long so that they start thinking they're white, and they start thinking they're privileged or better than black people when they're literally like super dark, or like they have black parents, you know? So I felt like the whole conversation was pretty interesting. So after she was going on about me in the comment section, like I don't be saying bad words in general. I'm not an angry person until people come for me. You know, usually I'm the person to like stick up for black women, and I'd be defending women in general, whatever. But she was coming at me hard, so I made a post. I replied to her comment with the video, and I was kind of doing like ooh, side eye, like that kind of thing.
Side eye. Side eye.
So then like, of course, you know, I have like 8,000 followers, so people started commenting on the video. They're like, oh, like maybe she was like joking. Is like what is she doing? Like we're still in like the last couple days of Black History Month, like what is she doing? So people that follow me, they thought she was joking, but then other people were like, oh dang, like that's crazy that she thinks like that, you know? Because like we still have people out there who are black, but they still kind of confused. Like checked her following too. She doesn't follow any black girls or anything, and I'm thinking like, it's interesting how she is like the type to like call me ghetto and stuff, but like her white friends are probably calling her that behind her back, you know? Just like you can like kind of guess to how that whole situation goes down. The way she was just coming at me for my hair, she was like, oh, like that's why you have to wear like wigs in all your videos, because obviously when I'm on TikTok I make videos in like whatever hair that I'm in, and I'll make like 10 videos in like this hairstyle or whatever. So she was like, oh, that's why you need to wear wigs in all your videos. And I'm like, need to wear wigs? Like, first of all, no one needs to do anything. No one needs to wear wigs. No one needs to wear makeup, you know? So I'm thinking like wigs, you know, wigs are a protective style for black women, right? Like to protect our natural hair, you know? And she's like, oh, you're probably bald under that wig. And I'm like, bro, what? Because I have no idea where people came up with that thing. Like just because somebody changes their hair or wears a wig or fake hair, horse hair, whatever, white people hair, whatever you want to call it, why do you just assume that that person is bald under the wig? You know, because me, I just like changing my hair. I just got into wigs. It was like, I'm gonna just wear a wig, you know, and it does help because I don't have to like do my natural hair every single day. So I was like, dang, like she's actually using this as an insult. So that's when I started like clicking, and I was like, oh, so she doesn't know about protective styles either, you know? So it's like, does she have like a white mom, or maybe she just like is continuously like straightening her hair to fit in with her white friends and all that stuff? Like, I don't know. Maybe she clearly just lacks education on like black women's hair and stuff like that. And I guess like she thought she was better than me just because like she wears her natural hair and everything, and her, I guess like y'all see how long her hair is or whatever. But I'm thinking like, first of all, everybody's hair grows differently, you know, like it's all about genetics and stuff. So like for me, when people say like, oh my gosh, like you wear makeup and like wigs in all your videos, for me that's not really an insult, because like I just like being presentable in my videos. And not even presentable, I just like doing my makeup and hair in general. And then I'll be like, oh, I look cute, let me just film a TikTok, you know? So when people say like, oh my gosh, you gotta do that for every single video, like that's not really an insult to me, because I don't have to do it, I just want to do it. So I don't know, that just made me think about like all the issues we have in the black community. And that's the thing that I know, like I know if I was like super dark skinned, she definitely would have said like, oh my gosh, like you're so dark, you want to be like me. I know she would have said that if I was like super dark. I don't know, I just had to make this video because I thought it would be interesting to see like other people's perspectives on it, I guess. Because like a lot of people in my comment section, they were obviously on my side, because they were like, you know, how is a black girl saying this about another black girl? That's like insane. Like this is 2023, we should be like all supporting each other, whether we're dark or light, or have like loose curls or like thick hair, you know? So I'm like, the way that she's acting like this in 2023, when like the way that everything like it like stays on the internet forever, but the fact that like I'm currently making a video on her about this, and like someone could find it that knows her, I don't know, you know, YouTube is all over the world. So yeah, that's why I had to make this video. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all know what it is, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.